But yeah, coming back, we just had a little Edomite came up, a female. She could be a Jake. She said she asked her why do we have horns on Jesus Christos. We told her because that ain't the Lord, according to the Bible. She said she know because the Lord was bronze. So she said his feet were bronze. I asked her what color was the rest of his body. She said his body was brown. So hey, she could be a Jake, man. You got a question?
What are you guys doing today?
Preaching to other people that we the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the real.
I wish I could see. I don't have any contacts or anything.
Right.
What were you saying though?
Like, see what, like the sign?
Yeah.
Well, on the sign to tell you that these are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Which
The
are,
Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Oh.
Like the Latinos, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, Panamanians, the Colombians.
Is that in the Word of God though?
Yes, it is. And these are his chosen people. The Lord ain't coming back for everybody on the planet. He's only coming back for these people, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Israelites, right? We ain't talking about the so-called Jews in the land of Israel. They call themselves Israelis. They're not the real Jews.
That's enough.
Revelations, I know them that say they are Jews but are not. They are of the synagogue of Satan.
And let's get Matthew 13.
Matthew.
Oh yeah,
Because it's
we
only
can tell.
the top of Matthew 13.
Okay.
Because it's only given to a few to understand the mysteries. Of the
Right.
kingdom. It
Verse
ain't given
10.
everybody.
Matthew 13 to 10.
They're Hebrews, okay? And even in the Old Testament,
What's that?
Jewish people are Hebrews.
Not Jewish.
Why would they call themselves Jewish instead of Hebrew Israelites?
The
Ish
ish mean
means
pertaining.
pertaining
The ish mean pertaining to it, trying to be like. They're trying to be like the real Jews.
I mean,
So it's not
that's
Jewish.
an English word though.
It's Hebrew Israelite.
So who are the 12 tribes?
So, who, in your opinion,
Who are the 12 tribes?
12 tribes or
Where are they today?
Who are they today?
descendants of the original 12
Who are they today?
Hebrew people.
What would they be called today? If they were walking on the earth, what would they be called today?
Jews.
That's one tribe.
One tribe,
So
Judah.
you have 11 more tribes that you have to figure out.
Benjamin.
Yeah, where are
Levi,
they? Where are they?
all that.
Where are
Yeah.
they?
Where are they?
Yeah. If you said those so-called Jews are Israelites, where are the other tribes?
Are they all dispersed throughout the world? Or are they in Israel still?
You're right.
Can you answer that?
I don't know. I think they're dispersed. Maybe a lot of them are coming back. I have no idea.
Now, when doesn't the scripture says when the
She
real
know.
Jews-
You playing semantics. She know.
Yeah.
You
Pretty
know.
smart.
You know what's up. You playing semantics. You know. You know what's up.
Didn't the scripture says when the real Jews got put in that land, there would be no more war?
What's your nationality?
Yeah.
One question
Puerto
at a time.
Rican, according to you, I would be a 12 tribe.
On your father's side or your mother?
Both of them.
Well,
She said both of them.
she is an
They're both Puerto
Israelite.
Rican.
Yeah. That's what she said.
And she understands what's going on. We'll have to figure that out.
I used to read the word a lot, but I let the word read me. You guys want some water?
Oh, no, we have some. Thank you.
Hebrews, okay?
So in Revelations, when it says, in Revelations, when it talks about them that say they're Jews that are not, they're of the synagogue of Satan. Who
Sanhedrin, Pharisees, and Sadducees. Yeah.
So
That's what they're talking about.
so you don't think that it's talking about the people over in Israel now? When did the people?
Hold on. So
Oh,
where are
I'm
the
sorry.
other 11 tribes?
I just think they're dispersed.
How would you identify?
Maybe
How would you,
Europe and
identify?
New York.
how would you identify the Israelites?
I don't know.
Let's get
They all-
Deuteronomy. Let's get Deuteronomy
They all
28
identify
and 45.
themselves Hebrew blood.
Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
28 and 45.
Picture of Jesus, you know.
It's not how the world, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, that's not how he looked according to the Bible.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee
I have to go soon, okay?
and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statute which he commanded thee.
Go to 46.
They're talking about different things.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever.
Exactly, and that's how you know who the children of Israel are, according to the curses of Deuteronomy. It's not rocket science.
Right.
It's just modern Christianity has taught lies about the
Are you
Bible.
guys,
It's not.
are you guys like born again Christians?
We are true Christians. How are you born again?
Believing in Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Is that it?
Believe in your heart and confess with your mouth that he died and rose again for your sin.
For whose sin?
For each and every one of our sins.
Let's get Matthew 15 and 24.
You shall be saved. He's your Savior.
Let's find out.
This is
Let's find out who Jesus came for.
This
out
is
of his own mouth.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but into the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's in the red. So out of Jesus' own mouth, he said he only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
See, that's
what Christ said.
That doctrine you believe in the Bible is not matching up right now.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Matthew 13.
So that's what Christ said. He said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So either he's lying,
Or the pastor's line.
or the pastor
Well,
is
he
lying.
came to his own, and then he didn't receive his own.
Matthew chapter 13.
He didn't
Start at
come
verse
to
10.
That doesn't change the covenant. That doesn't change the second covenant.
Who is the second covenant for? Is it for everybody?
Let's get Hebrews 8 and 10.
This is Hebrews 8. You want 8 and 8 or 8 and 10?
Start at 8.
It
Start at
was
8.
Christ lives in me.
It's not
God,
biblical.
No,
Christ
all right.
lives in me.
Modern
You said-
Christianity
you
is
Each and
not
every one
biblical.
of you too.
You said the second covenant is for everybody. This is Hebrews chapter 8 and 8,
Now that's the New Testament.
the New Testament. For finding fault with them,
You listening?
for finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah,
Go ahead.
not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand and led them out of the land of Egypt.
So that was the old covenant. Go ahead.
Because they continue not with my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
You listening? You listening? Go ahead.
He's cut.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
Oh, he said the house of everybody.
House of Israel.
House of Israel.
Read it again.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
No, the house of everybody.
With the house of Israel
Okay.
after those days,
Go ahead.
saith the Lord.
Right.
I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And
Right.
I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
He said to the house of Israel.
Now, who is the new covenant for that the Bible says it's for?
She's stuck.
I have to go now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just asking you.
I know.
Hey, let's get Matthew 13.
They good up.
10?
Good.
Yeah, they sliced up. Sliced and
Diced.
diced.
Sliced and diced.
Spiritually
Should have
bleeding
put
out.
on camera.
She's spiritually bleeding out here, man. Let's get Matthew 13 though.
13 and...
Hey, slaughterhouse, man. She out of here.
10. Start at 10.
Call her a DOA, man. DOA.
Dead on arrival. Hey.
It ain't take much.
We can't even call it killed in action.
It ain't take much. Hey, that's what happened when you cut the semantics and get into the scripture.
Yeah.
That's what happened when you cut all of that. What do you think? And then,
I wanted everybody going to what baptism was according to the scripture.
but this is the
You
meat.
on this side? Go ahead. Now you can bring that out.
You got another body?
Hey, I hope you do. I'm putting this one on camera.
His body. You got it? You got the
Yeah.
She said Benjamin.
Let's bring
Matthew
it
13
out.
and 10.
13 and 1.
13 and 1. The
Oh,
same
no, you know
day,
what? Start down at 10.
Yeah.
You're right.
and the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Right.
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
But to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given. And he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath.
And that's what it really boils down to. You either understand what's going on or you don't.
They're out here to have a good time.
You either understand what's going on or you don't. Because she couldn't go to the scripture.
No.
She thought she knew something,
Right.
and she left with broken pride.
Came up prideful and left with broken pride.
She knew what was going on. She said Hebrew, man.
But she ain't fully understanding. Now her pride hurt. Now she got to go try to mount a defense. Because her whole stronghold has been broken down.
broken,
and it
man.
didn't take long.
Hey,
It didn't take long for her to find out that she didn't really know what she was talking
that's the shit I want to put on the cameras, man.
Oh, God.
Precept. This is Isaiah 28, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord Yahawashi said, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth
Right.
and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and the fear towards me is taught by the precept of men.
And that precept of men is going to get a lot of people killed, man.
See,
That modern Christianity don't lead to nothing but death.
done, man.
Death under what they call Jesus Christ, man.
Done.
But there's still dead people walking. They
Uh,
think that they're born again, but really they're born back into the same world under the banner of Jesus.
Done, man.
Because they keep no laws, and they don't push forth the actual truth of the Bible, man. The Lord said if you add or take away, the plague should be added to you, man. Who the children of Israel are is very important to the scriptures. You believing that the New Testament is for anybody else outside the nation of Israel is a very important aspect of the scriptures, man. Come on, and
Hey.
I pride her, man.
And he said a precept, he said a fear of men talk about a precept of men. Them precept of men that talking about what these pastors are destroying these people with. That's why she got cut so fast, man. Hey, we seen her leaking blood, man. She couldn't see it, but we seen it.
She has no solution.
Nothing. Because that's the precept of these pastors, man.
Like, and now those same questions that she couldn't answer, she trying to go find the answers over there.
She finna go search somewhere.
She hurt, man.
She gonna be at church early in the morning.
Yeah,
Pastor, this is what I heard. I heard this last night downtown, Pastor. They said that the kingdom of heaven is only for the Israelites. They read it, Hebrew 8 and 8. I remember.
Well,
But see, that's the important part. They read it.
Right.
The precepts don't lie. So that's why at a certain point you cut the opinion and you go straight to the scripture.
God.
Especially when you're dealing with a so-called Christian. Where's the new? If you talking New Testament, you got to show me where it said the world will be at.
Right.
Because you can't take whatsoever and just plug yourself
Right.
in.
Right.
That's why he said, you know what to
That's all
Right.
you need.
Right.
She don't know nothing about the 613 laws. Neither do she need to.
Right. Gone.
Because the milk drowned her.
Drowned her,
She was
man.
out here losing air on milk.
Drowned her. And you know
saw
something?
she had that fish out of water.
When you look up when you go to Galatians 3 and 28, right?
Body language.
When you go to Galatians 3 and 28,
she came up prideful, bro.
no, you good. No, you good, brother. In Galatians 3 and 28, when you go to the word Gentile, right, when it say neither Jew nor Greek, when you go to the word Greek, bro, it tell you clearly it was Hellenists. Hellenized. It say Jew, it say Greek-speaking Jews, man.
Con.
do. In the Apocrypha, what you said, they took out
Right.
what is needed.
Right.
It details
Right.
why.
That's why it took the Apocrypha out, man.
I gotta bring this out real quick.
These
I
people
gotta
is
bring this out.
dead to sleep with no understanding of these scriptures,
I
man.
got one.
This is not for you Edomites, man.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Right, man.
Come on, man. You can't gainsay nor resist this truth, man.
You can't resist.
You can't. And that's why the Spirit brought her over here, just so she can lead with that
Leaking.
on her temple, man.
Oh, man, beautiful.
This is Hebrews 4:12. I got to bring it out
Right,
because
bring it out, up.
that facial expression. Hey, Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahawah is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit,
Right.
and of joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Right. Hey, and that's a cut, brother. It's Ephesians chapter 6 and verse, you must read 16. It says, above all, taking a shield of faith, wherewith you may be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of power.
See, we don't need all these gimmicks, man. We don't need gimmicks. We don't need uniforms. We don't need accessories.
Right, right,
All we need is this word, man.
right.
It's gonna do what it do.
Hey, what Ray Charles said, it won't make it do what it do, baby.
I'm
Yeah.
Make it do what it do, baby.
And that's what these scriptures do, man. These scriptures handle themselves, man.
Good.
That's why we don't need no gimmicks, man.
Real,
You know, we got so-called Christians out here behind us. They got bean bags. They got bottles of water. They need all kind of bait to get people to come in there. All we need is the
got
truth.
candy, like they recruit babies. Y'all want some
All
candy?
we need is the truth. They out here looking like they having fun. All we need is this truth, man. And most importantly, the hopeful elect, all they will need is this truth. They're not gonna need all the gimmicks. That's how IUIC get a lot of people.
Right.
Because they come with the gimmicks. That's why they promote the big wedding ceremonies. That's why they promote wearing all of this purple garb. All we need is this word, man. It's gonna work itself out. You need something to cover that up?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let me get some.
I should have brought my damn camera. I mean my umbrella.
I think I have one in my bag. Need an umbrella?
Yeah, just to cover for the camera.
Yeah, let me see.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. And that's what we do, man. It starts off spiritually. We stand boldly for this truth. If somebody wants to dialogue, we're going to dialogue with you. But we come in this with faith and confidence that what we're saying is all true and correct according to the Spirit of YAHAWASHI. We're not ashamed of the gospel, man.
Right.
And we don't shun to teach the whole gospel and nothing but the gospel.
Right. I hear rightly dividing the word of truth, man. To let these so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans know, man. This is time, man. Ain't no more time to be playing no games, man. Judgment is coming, man. And Jake out here in the rain having a good time, man. They don't even understand that, man, listen, man, this world finna be destroyed by fire, man. And they out here, they thinking that, oh, normacy bias, man. That everything is gonna continue that the same way it's been continuing in. Well, that's a lie, man. The scriptures say judgment is coming to the earth, man. Okay? We are in the time of the statue, the 10 toes and the feet, man. And it's finna shatter to pieces, man.
And
like
it's really-
chaff in the wind.
Salaki, and it's really what our people been praying for, man. You go back to the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. Our people was praying for some kind of strength and some kind of comfort. Now it's here and they don't want it. They done went from being a fresh fish in the jailhouse to a 5-time felon now, man. Jake done went from, man, I can't wait to get out, to I'm straight.
Right, man.
Swole up in the cell, not even counting the days. Jake don't even got a calendar no more, man.
Right, man.
He
Right.
just waking up looking forward to the little
Right.
perks in his captivity.
Hey, that's cold. They don't even got a calendar no more.
We don't
That
count
nigga
the
what?
days
Xing
no
the days though. Now he done threw the calendar away like fuck it.
away. I'm
Hey, keep bringing me them FRNs. Let me get my little snacks up. I'm good, man.
Got a couple cars of cigarettes.
Right. All I care about is books,
Crazy, bro.
working out, and commissary. I don't
That's
give a
crazy.
fuck about nothing else.
Nothing else, man.
I don't care what's going on in the world.
That's crazy.
I don't care that I might make parole. I hope I don't. I'm comfortable. That's Jake's mentality, man.
Right, man.
Because Jake done been here so long, he done made his hell his own little heaven, man.
Real,
And the Lord said, nah,
You're trying to rebuild with ashes.
parole, we're up for parole now, man.
Right.
And only a few of our people are actually excited about that. The Lord is actually bringing hell upon our enemies, man.
And brought right back to the precept I was gonna get earlier, too.
And only a couple of our people are actually happy about the downfall of our enemies, man. You know how many of your forefathers got lynched and burned out here, man?
Right.
Somebody forefather on a postcard right now sitting in some so-called white man attic. And they want to pull it out and look at it and get laughs on how they used to have their foot on our neck. Now the Lord's putting his foot on their neck, man. And Jake got Stockholm Syndrome. Now he feel bad for the man who burnt our people alive, man. Now he feel bad for the man who will hang our people on a light post for thousands of people to see. The same thousands of people that go to see a Travis Scott or a Drake, they would do the same thing to see you Negroes hang.
Right. Gone.
And now the time for them to pay that tab, Jake getting soft, man.
Then you got Esau hanging, Jake. And the scripture tell you in the law, man, in Deuteronomy 21 and 23, that you ain't supposed to leave the body hanging on the tree all night, man. And Esau used to leave on the tree for 2, 3, 4 days, man. Weeks.
Just to put fear in the other Jakes.
Right.
Con.
Wicked, man. This is Isaiah 61 and 1. The spirit of the Lord Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashai power, is upon me, because the Lord Yahawah have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to opening of the prisons to them that are bound.
And 2/3 of our people are institutionalized. 2/3 of our people have the mindset of they're going to do life without parole, man. 2/3 of our people don't see any future outside of the prison that they've made home.
Right.
And that's why only a third of our nation is gonna make it out of here, man. Because Jake don't want more. These little perks Jake has been given in this place is enough for him. But it's not enough for Yahawah Yahushua, man. And that's why the Lord's gonna take us out of this place and out of this position and avenge the blood that's been shed. You got Jake that don't even want to see the downfall of his enemies no more, man.
But guess what? The Lord said they shall be trodden underfoot, man. It don't make no difference if you Jake don't want to see it. It's about to happen, man.
And everybody know it. All these nations ain't gearing up and doing all this training for nothing, man.
Testing nukes, testing choppers.
The Ammonites, the Japanese, the Moabites, they getting ready for war, man. They mind ain't on this place continuing forever. Jake mind is, though. Even the so-called white man getting himself ready for battle.
Right, man.
Jake the only one walking around the earth like it's gonna be like this forever, man. Like his prison gonna be home for life without parole and he just gonna die here, man.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we ain't out here recruiting. This ain't Christianity. You either get it or you don't.
Right.
Plain and simple. We ain't out here handing out bottles of water with our phone numbers or our card in it trying to recruit.
No gimmicks. No gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
Because we wouldn't want you if it take a gimmick to get you.
Con.
Most importantly, how about Yahushua wouldn't want you, man.
Con.
If this word ain't enough for you, then this ain't for you.
Kick rocks. Go up the road.
Right.
This is not for the average Israelite, man. I say that all the time, man.
Right.
This is not for the average Israelite. This is for the governors and princes of the nation of Yasharahla and the kingdom to come, man.
You
This
already
ain't
know.
for the regular
You already
Israelite,
know.
man.
You already know.
This is for the aristocrats of the nation of Israel, man. Those men that stood stiffly, that Edris saw. That's who it's for. Yeah,
That's who it's for. We're special forces.
Yeah, that's right.
We're special forces.
Yeah, that's understood.
This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 13, which things we also speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Ghost teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
Right.
But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
Right.
For they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
Hey, that's beautiful. Hey, one more time, Mark.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 13.
Because hold up, he said, it's foolishness unto him. We can be more than niggas. That's foolish. We can actually run something. We can actually rule.
Right.
We're actually meant to be governors. That's foolish.
That's foolish.
Because Jake can't receive that, man. Because the so-called white man turned him into a carbon copy of himself.
God.
That's like the agent on the Matrix. What do? He'll touch somebody, and what do they become? They become just like him.
Just like him.
Yeah.
That's what Esau been doing this whole time. He's been going around the earth, touching nations and making them carbon copies of himself.
If I may say this, it's cool because you say that, and it's true to put so many things in perspective. Because Esau is the biggest drug dealer in the world, and Jake want to be just like him, bro. Esau, he's a fucking demon, bro, and our people just want to be just like him, bro.
And what do? They really get on Jake because he ain't a good enough white man.
Right.
He's a poor copy of him. You Negroes out there selling drugs
Nicks
on
and
the blocks.
dimes.
Meanwhile, he covered in poppy fields in Afghanistan. While he telling you, look at these Negroes out there selling that heroin on their block in their neighborhood, and he killing millions of people to get poppy pills. And to do what? To mix it with something else and create an opioid epidemic in his own nation and make billions off of his own people.
His own people.
What do they say Jake does? He sells that shit to his own people. You're making billions of dollars doing the same thing, man.
On a way larger scale.
That's why the Lord is going to remove this man out the face of the earth, man. That's why his days are numbered, man. And it's not because of his skin, it's because of the deeds that he's done on the planet Earth since he's come into power. Going back to the Greeks, going back to the Babylonians, going back to the garden if you can receive it. He's not new to this, he's true to this. We say it all the time, man.
You know a man by his deeds.
Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
And it was favor to not call the so-called white man out for what he actually does on the planet Earth. It was a favor. Like everybody, like you spilt the coffee on the table. Everybody see your hand, you got the mug, but nobody gonna tell you that you did it.
Right.
That time is over with. Now that time is over, and now Esau's mad. Let favor be shown to the wicked. He had an opportunity to make this right a long time ago. He got all the resources. All he got to do is make a decree and everything can be turned upside down in righteousness. But he will not learn righteousness.
Well, not.
You got more on that?
Yeah, I got another precept.
Done.
This is
And we ain't in the day and age of holding back Esau's transgressions. It's the truth. In 2019, it's offensive to tell the truth. The so-called white man is the devil. Why is he the devil? Look at his deeds. Just look at history. Just take a good look at world history. They love to bring up what other nations have done, but you've done it better.
Hey, one reason he the devil because he made it illegal to tell the truth. If that ain't the devil, what is? He made it illegal to tell the truth.
Done. So this is you gotta say, go ahead.
I mean, so they pass laws to where in the news it's like the propaganda laws where they can tell you lies and it's legal.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Hey, woe to him that decree on righteous decrees, man. Decrees go into laws, man. Statutes that they create, man.
Hey, we were just talking about a female who told people to refer to her as a male because she identifies with that.
Right.
If that ain't a damn lie, I don't know what is.
Right, wicked, huh?
Straight wickedness. And Esau say, if you don't call her a male, you discriminating and you can get locked up for it. Come on, man. What type of fucking upside down, backwards world we living in, man?
We're living in Esau's world.
This is ridiculous.
Esau is the very opposite of anything that resembles righteousness.
Come on.
sense that this is what his kingdom would look like. And now we're on the way, now he's on the way down, man. The brothers was talking about this before the camera cut on. For you to say you have to make America great again, that's acknowledging that you've lost power. And that is only the beginning.
Oh, I got two precepts.
You've lost power and you recognize that. And everything Esau's doing is a desperate attempt to get that power back. But it's gone, man. It's like that one good basketball player who's 50 years old now. You'll never get it back. You can talk about the golden days and wish that you had the golden era back, but you'll never get it back. You're just gonna be able to sip on natty ices and tell everybody how you used to be the man. That's what Esau's headed. That's why they're gonna narrowly look upon him and say, "Is this the man?"
Right. Two precepts. So I want this. And you just said it's about making America great again, right? This Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 10, and this go right into this devil speech. It says, "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these?
Right.
But thou doest not inquire wisely concerning this." All these people that voted to my Jake, when he said he's gonna make America, they didn't even consider what he was saying. Bro, let me read this again. Ecclesiastes 7:10. "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? But thou doest not inquire wisely concerning this." They don't consider, man.
That says it all right there.
To slavery all over again.
That says it all right there.
That's because our people are docile, man. Our people are very docile. And you know, part of it is on their part, and part of it, a big chunk of it is on the Edomites, the so-called white men.
Right.
Because Jake believes that if he votes Democratic, he'll see some change. But them same Democrats put Planned Parenthood in your neighborhood to get rid of you. Them same Democrats you try to vote for call your ass a super predator. They ain't call you a predator, they called you a super predator.
Right.
That means they saying you ain't new to this, you true to this, man. So Jake is not gonna get justice asking for justice from his oppressors, man.
Right.
It's not gonna happen, man. And if you just let this shit alone, if you leave it alone, America's gonna destroy itself. It's destroying itself as we speak.
Hey, they should fall upon their own sword.
Antifa, and alt-right. The majority of them people ain't Negroes.
Right.
Them Egyptians fighting Egyptians, man. Just as the Lord said it would happen, man.
This Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. "And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease." And you Edomites are at ease, man. Okay? That's what the Lord say in Lamentation 4:21, man. "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom." I am Zechariah 1 and 15. "And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased." He said he was a little displeased with Israel. "And they helped for the affliction." Okay? But you Edomites, you help for the affliction, man, of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man.
And now you become an accuser of your brethren, man. As you've always been. Because it's not like Jake did this to himself, man. Jake didn't bring himself over here, or Jake didn't send an invite for you to come over here and do what you did to them.
Right.
And now in 2019, so-called white men try to act like it's not their problem anymore. Even though they continue to put their foot on Jake's neck, man.
Talking about some damn indentured servants. You damn devils, man.
And what would you expect from a Israelite man, a Negro, Latino, or Native American man who's in his right mind? Would you not expect him to be angry at what's being done to his people?
Right.
Would you not expect him to be upset at what has happened to his people?
Right.
The fact that they expect you to not be upset shows you that they believe you're docile, man. That you have no value of yourself to even remember what happened to your own people, man.
Precept. Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. "Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?"
And this is facts. It ain't like we making this up. The so-called white man's dirty deeds are well written in history, man.
Well written.
Well written and celebrated. Only in 2019 has that whole celebration turned against him. And now you got Israelite men on the corners calling him the devil that he is, man. Our forefathers couldn't do it in the 50s and the 60s. They couldn't do it in the 40s. But in 2019, their descendants can come out here and stand on these hedges and remind them of what they've done to our people and tell them that they're going to pay for it, man.
Right.
Because they walk around the planet Earth as if they're innocent, and they're not, man.
I got another precept to back you up on what you had first said. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Exactly, man. An Israelite man in his right mind should be upset, man. Look at the condition of your people. Why aren't you upset? Here it is, the people that put your people to death, they over you and they talking shit about you every day.
Every day.
And they celebrate what they've done to your people, man. If you had any self-respect and identity, you would be upset at what happened to your people and want justice for it. You're not in that spirit of pacifying the so-called white man and smiling and skinning and grinning. It didn't work for our people in the 50s. It's not going to work now.
Show up. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
And the Lord says that to our shame, man. Because the majority of our people are not upset with the oppression.
Right.
Showing that our people don't really have wisdom.
Oh, Isaiah 30 and 12, man. Our people trust in oppression, man.
Yeah, they trust the same people that have a history of doing them wrong.
Right.
Injecting diseases in them to see how it progresses. The Tuskegee experiment, where they injected syphilis into some of you Negroes for some small benefits just so they could see how syphilis goes through the body and how it attacks your body. Planned Parenthood, that was started by Margaret Sanger, who was a known racist. Yet our people aren't angry at what's going on, man.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom. Yet our people are not angry, man. But the Lord has risen up a standard. And that standard's being risen up now. And truth is hurting these people more than lies, man. They're not hurt at lies. They're not hurt at Jake doing a Super Bowl performance or not doing a Super Bowl performance.
Right.
That don't make them upset. You can even boycott Gucci. That's not going to make them upset. Telling the truth is going to make them upset.
I'm telling you.
Because that's the one thing they love to run from.
Because the word of the Lord cuts like a two-edged sword, man. It hurt these devils, man. These devils is hurt, man. Bring your precept out, huh? Yeah, the same one I had?
Let's
Hey.
get Sirach 10 and 1.
Good.
That whole docile, let's just get along, shucking and jiving ass niggas, that shit ain't flying no more, man.
Right.
And if you about that, the Lord gonna get rid of you. Cause you in the way. If all you about is banging on your own people, you in the way, man. You just as big of a problem as the so-called white man is, man. If you're not about being the change you want to see in your nation, beginning with getting your act together, this ain't for you. And the Lord shall put you down like a sick dog. Which is what's gonna happen. The Lord said the same must know through death by pain, man.
Done.
If you're not gonna get right, then you're just like a dog with rabies.
You gotta be put down,
That's
Esau. 2/3 gotta be put down, man.
And
You're
Esau-
foaming at the mouth.
And Esau is the dog with rabies. But you know what? Rabies is contagious.
I'm trying to tell you.
So you know what happened? 2/3 of our people have rabies too. Really, our entire nation had it, but the Lord gave us a vaccine.
Ooh. Hey, he said he is our physician, man.
Right?
It's Matthew 9 and 12, man.
You got it up.
You got that Ecclesiastes 10? Yeah.
You got a precept before that? Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief,
Right.
and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow.
Exactly, man. And that's why our people aren't sorry. That's why our people aren't angry. Because our people lack wisdom, which shows you our people are described in Hosea 4 and 6. They're the only people that's being afflicted that are not angry or upset at the condition that they live in, man. Which shows you that is the Lord's people. He said his people are foolish, and now they have gone into captivity. He called us sottish children.
Right.
Because this condition that our people are in should make our nation angry, man. It should make our nation upset. That's why the Lord said, why should you be stricken anymore? I done beat the living breaks off of you and you still ain't mad.
Let me read this before he bring that out. This Isaiah chapter 30 verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon.
Because Jake is more ashamed of the brothers that stand up for his nation than he is of the so-called white man and what he's done to our people, man. And that's shameful, man. Jake is embarrassed that he got men of his nation that actually stand up, man. Because he just want to get along with the get along, man. He don't want to cause no earthquakes. He don't want to make massa upset. Even though what we're saying is the truth. What do we have to be ashamed about? We're not lying. We don't invest billions of dollars in the line and destroying people. We're not the cause of, we didn't afflict ourselves, so to speak. We didn't put ourselves in those chains, so to speak. A nation did us wrong, and now Jake is embarrassed and afraid to admit it, man.
Got another pre-on. Let me bring this up. This is Isaiah 45 and 17. For Yahawah shall be saved in the Lord Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded world without end.
Exactly, man. There's gonna come a time where these nations don't get to exploit our nation for profit, man. It's gonna come a time where our nation gets to actually eat the fruit of our own labor. Instead of making all these other nations rich.
That's a blessing, man. That was a blessing, man.
It's gonna come a time where our nation has dominion. But that begins with the elect of our nation. But we are definitely in the time of our enemies reaching their downfall. The opioid crisis, we thank the Lord for that, man.
The water Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi.
Water Yahawah,
man.
Those wildfires in California, we thank the Lord for that, man.
The water Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi.
That polar freeze that's going on in the Midwest, we thank the Lord for that, man.
Water Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi.
Made more destruction come to this place, man.
Real, man.
You got it, brother.
This is 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahawah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Exactly, because they didn't have a problem putting their hands on our people, but now they got a problem paying for it. I show you that Esau's Cain, man.
Right.
Cain didn't have a problem murdering Abel, but now he's saying his indignation is more than he can bear.
Damn, devil.
That's the same spirit that's in these so-called white people now, man. They don't want to give you reparations. They don't want to give you give you an opportunity to have equal wealth. They just want to say sorry and for you to get over it, while they continue being the devil, man. Well, the Lord is raising up a standard that is not good enough for, man. That's not good enough for the men of the Lord, man. Thus saith Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. Yeah, more?
Nah, you gotta bring your pre out.
Sirach, chapter 10, verse 7.
You can go back to that.
Pride is hateful before the Most
Go
High
back to that. He been holding
and man, and both doeth one commit iniquity.
Because that's prideful to do that to a nation of people and not expect to have to pay back anything or deal with any kind of consequence. Who are you to think that? Jump to 1.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and that manner of man, the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
And that's why all of these people are spiritually Edomites. All these nations are spiritually Edomites.
Right.
They've left their culture. The majority of them, they've left their culture. Even Moab, Chinese, they'll take off their Chinese garment to put on a suit Even the East South Asians, they'll take off their garment and they'll put on a suit and have a head wrap. Because they've all become spiritually Edomites. Man.
Right.
That's why all the nations have drunk of the wrath of this fornication, man. And now they're all going to be partakers in her judgment. That's why the Lord said, come out of her, my people. Spiritually, not physically. Because the mindset that Esau has put inside of all of these people is death and destruction. It's just not sudden. That's why he said, you shall not surely die. It's death, it's just not sudden. You got a precept?
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 12. I, even I, am he that comforteth you.
Right.
Who art thou, that thou should be afraid of a man that shall die,
Right.
and of the son of a man which shall be made as grass?
Exactly. And how much more so the so-called white man? That man is done. That man is a well-cooked steak. That man is dead man walking, man. He's over with, man. Why would you be afraid of him now? The so-called white man went from running shit to being a lowlife. And he was always a lowlife. He's just now he's a lowlife with no power. Back then he was a lowlife with power.
Right.
That's why Solomon said, I see servants on horses.
Right.
He didn't look at George Washington like, wow, this great man. He was like, no, that's a servant. The fuck going on here?
Serving with power. Right.
Say what the fuck going on.
Matter of fact, one of the brothers can hold Ecclesiastes 10 and 5.
He was like Samuel Jackson in Django.
Yeah.
He was like Samuel Jackson in Django when he saw Jimmy Fox on that horse.
Yeah.
Who that nigga on that neck?
Straight up, man. Hey, but that's in the spirit, because Esau is the nigga, man.
God.
Jake is just a worse version of the nigga, man. You got it.
13.
Who that nigga on that neck?
We start over at 12.
I can see Solomon saying that. Who's that nigga on that neck? Talking to the Most High. YAHAWASHI, who's that nigga on that neck?
Get him down.
Straight up, man. You got it, huh?
I, even I, am he that comforteth you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass?
Right.
And forgettest the Lord Yahawashi, thy Maker, that had stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth.
That's why the Lord kept calling our people stupid, man. That's exactly why the Lord kept calling our people simple.
Constantly.
Because you scared of the Babylonians. You scared of the Egyptians. I'm about to go into my old Negro boy. You scared of the Babylonians. You scared of the Egyptians. But you ain't scared of the Most High.
Right.
Come on, bro. That's backwards.
That's crazy as hell.
That's
Man.
nuts.
All I done did for
And
you.
now in 2018, 2019, Jake is scared of these Edomites, man. What is fearful about the so-called white man?
Right.
That man want to be like you. And you scared of him, man. And your power actually run shit, man. Your power actually make things happen, man. Your power is actually the Godfather, man.
And he tell you in Jeremiah 5, he said, I had fed y'all to the full, man. I fed you to the full, but you went a horn out the other gods.
Come on, man. The Lord treated us, man. Treated us very well, man. And we got kicked out the crib like if your like you gotta think about that. If your woman cheated on you, bro, if your woman went in your house and she slept with another man inside of your house, what kind of feeling you got?
Gots to go.
Hey, and the Lord ain't wasting no time.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Hey, the Lord
He
was
said
up there
y'all
like,
went a horn, y'all committed a spiritual adultery, man.
Spiritual
in the land of
adultery.
Israel. So you know what he did? First things first, I'm gonna kick him out my house.
Get your ass out of here.
Second thing, I'm gonna take my last name. That's when you think about divorce. That's somebody taking. Once you're divorced, you don't have that husband's last name.
That's it. It's over.
It's over with.
Hey, he
So when
said
the Lord
give him
say-
a written divorce, goddamn
When he
it.
said he divorced us, he took his name off us.
Yeah, that's
What
cold,
came with
man.
That's
that?
cold.
That came
cold,
with the
man.
memories that we had.
Yep.
That came with the culture that we had.
No longer
Name. Remember the name?
Because remember in the law, when you
That's
and your
cold.
wife divorced,
Cold.
she left with nothing.
Nothing.
What did our nation do? We left in wanting, in nakedness,
Nothing,
with
man.
nothing.
A cold and a bro.
That's cold.
Yeah,
It don't get no colder than
a lot of
that.
people don't really think about that, man. They don't really go into how deep that is, how serious
How about
that is.
Hashem,
why we should
Yahweh
be
Shai
humble.
took everything,
That's
bro.
why we should move in humility, because at the end of the day, we cheated on YAHAWASHI.
Right.
And he still ain't pick another nation. He still said, look, come back, I'm married unto you. You know, Jake, hey, if she slide on me,
It's over.
hey,
It's over.
I ain't thinking twice.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
I know I'm
over,
a son
bro.
of God.
Right.
Shorty, you out of there. You over with, Shorty. And I'm gonna get me a new thing. And she gonna be better than you.
And she gonna be bad.
YAHAWASHI ain't do us like that. And you know how we got a very short temper, man.
Right.
The Lord had hella mercy on our nation, man.